Because when the logical mind sleeps, intuition dawns. That is the principle. So if you can stop the thinking processes of the mind, and when there are no thoughts in you, the nihil of the Buddhas, the Shunyavada, that point, you understand the Shunya, it is as if there is a Shunya. But actually the name of the Buddha itself suggests that intuition comes. Buddha means intuited, the illumined one. So when the thoughts are gone and you feel as if there is nothing here, just a blank state, then what happens? The intuition comes. The first is to increase the intuitive periods. This is what meditation should be. Next is try to have silence. And now in Sri Aurobindo's biography, you have a beautiful example of all these steps. When he went first to a Western education, a deep darkness covered him. You remember in Dehradun? So that is ignorance. Then what happened? When he was coming back to India, a peace entered into him. That is equality. What is peace? When you are not worried about failure or success, you are at peace with him. So when he was coming back to India and he has not yet alighted in the port, a great peace descended on him, the equality and unity. And then what happened? By the practice of Lele's pranayama, his mind is gone, the thoughts are gone. All these steps happened to him and he worked like that. He was a principal in that Baroda college, working and teaching and meeting the demands of the king, writing notes for him and teaching for him, and then guiding the revolution. All this he did with a blank mind. And you think we can't run a show of our family with a blank mind? If you can. And after that what happened? The Buddha, Bhakti Yoga, the Adesha, the inner divine principle ordered him to stop this revolution. He didn't. Then what did it do? It gave him an ashram. And there he understood the overmind. And then he got the Adesha to come over to Pondicherry. And there he had got the integral yoga proper. So the entire life of Sri Aurobindo itself is a proof of all these steps, how you have to put them into practice. Next. The actual process and experience of the yoga manifests the possibility of several methods or movements, none of which by itself produces, what is it? Type or something. Entire result in practice. However, it may seem at first sign, logically it should or might be adequate. Now, this is the stress what we should remember. No single yoga can lead you to Vijnanamaya Kosha. It can make you a dominant mental Maya Kosha, and the powers of the mind and the siddhis of the mind may make you feel that you have reached the goal of the yoga. But actually no single yoga can make you reach the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Only integration of all the yogas. When you say integral yoga, it doesn't mean that it is a single yoga. It is many yogas integrated into one. And when we learn to insist on no particular method as exclusively the right one and leave the whole movement to a greater guidance, we find that the divine Lord of the yoga commissions his Shakti to use one or the other at different times, and all in a combination according to the need and turn of the being and the nature. So every time you may be using all these 5 yogas or other yogas, but you have to utilize these yogas as a tools. They are not the goals proper. That is the crux of the integral yoga. You have to use all these things, you remember it. You just can't say I will use only one yoga and it is integral yoga. If you use it one yoga, it will be one yoga only. If you use 2, it will be 2 yoga only. If you use 3, integral means everything. Next. Now, how can you develop the powers of intuition, which is the forerunner of supermind, is to silence. This silence is an active silence. If you can understand, how many of you are chemistry students? Chemistry as a subject? None? One hand, not enough. You say in chemistry we have reactants and products. This much you can understand. Two things react and make a product. And this equation can go in this way or in this way also, backward and forward. Is this clear? Now it can go forward also and it can go backward also. So what is happening? The reactants are becoming products. At the same time, the products are becoming reactants. You imagine a situation where the amount of products being formed is exactly the amounts of reactants formed. Then for all practical purposes it is still, because neither the amount of the products are changing nor the amount of the reactants is changing, but the rate is fixed. So for all practical purposes it is a silence, but it is not silence, it is dynamic, most dynamic, where the speed of forward motion is balanced by the field of backward motion. So that dynamic silence is what is required, not a dead silence. But first you have to go for the dead silence, because the lower Annamaya defects, Pranamaya defects and Manomaya defects have to be thrown out. So this is a purification process. And how can you go about it? You have 10 tools for it. These are known as the Dasha Mahavidyas in Tantra. In Tantra these are known as Dasha Mahavidyas. In Raja Yoga it is known as the 5 Yamas and 5 Niyamas. But they should be used as a tool to silence the lower nature. The Yama, the Karmendriyas are silenced. By Niyama, the Jnanendriyas are silenced. And when this silence happens, you have a Dashabhuji Durga, Vande Mataram. And there the revolution starts. The Bhavani Mandir starts off. You read about Bhavani Mandir? Sri Aurobindo's. That is the concept of Bhavani Mandir he gave, where there is a dynamic silence between Yama and Niyama, between social reaction and inner purity. And then of course the way of bhakti, I told you, the ideal, being an idol, so that you can keep it always in the heart. You remember this, Sarva Bhutanam Hruddeshe, the second Purusha is the secret Purusha is in the heart or of the direct intuitive character, the meditation heart. The 12-petal lotus of the mother, controlled by the 4 dynamic principles, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. You have the mother's symbol. Supermind has 4 very clear powers, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. And those supermental powers were the cause of division of caste system in India, and unfortunately how degraded it has become. So the mother symbol is the 4 powers translated into 12, the time scale, the 12 months. The 12-petaled heart. So one process is put the ideal here and make it an idol. Am I clear? Because you cannot always read passages stating your ideal, but you can solidify it, just as the love to the country is solidified into the flag.